It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm at the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent, Daily Planet, the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. All right, getting dialed in on that. And I'm under the gun because some dishes need to get done. Got to get this done in 30 minutes and get out. See him upstairs. That's a good thing. You know, I did a little setup downstairs. Next time I'm down there, I might show it off a little on my mail route. Someone's giving away a little super narrow little desk. It fits in that little narrow closet pretty nicely. All right, so let's get the props. Number one, YouTube channel. I didn't check the latest. I think I had I'm up. My views are, there's nothing much happening on the views. I mean, got some people checking out. Thank you. But as far as the Trump videos and all that, it's I haven't been promoting it. Haven't really right now. It's targeted promotion. Everything I do right now is targeted promotion. I'm not out pushing anything. It's just straight match the person I'm in contact with what I think they might be interested in. I did find $20 today from sales I made previous. I worked yesterday in the rain and I pulled some gloves out of my pocket and the $10 bill flew out from when I sold the album a couple weeks ago. And then that was from Forey and Shane's money. Couldn't find that, and then I was moving that desk and it just fell out. So I had kind of lost the money and I found it. So I'm thankful. That has to do with sales, not this channel. The channel. So we'll move ahead. Stump's gonna thump. I didn't make any progress on that. ASCAP, no, a CD baby thing yet. It's ready to go. I just didn't make any progress. And I will share with you what I did do musically though this past week. Bed Bread Volume 3, still working on that. Need more time. Now here's the deal. I'm going to take a week off and begin in February most likely. So I should make the most progress. If I could do an hour a day and I have a week off, boy, I could make some moves on this list compared to normal. Nothing new with rules of engagement. Nothing new with You Will Be Glorified. Bellevue Ballers. So that's the thing. So on my day off, what I'm doing with my wife is we sit down, we make a list. What's the number one thing you want to accomplish today? What's the number one thing I want to accomplish today? What's the number two thing you want to accomplish today? What's the number two thing I want to accomplish today? And boom, 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 boom. And so a lot of it's just my phone's coming in and out, not working, getting a new calendar for 2021. You know, this stuff's taking time, but these are basics. I got to have the basics covered. All right, My Reformation music video. I didn't see Mike, but I saw the pastor. I engaged with him personally today and his wife, and that was nice. I hadn't done that. I hadn't seen him in person, so I got to engage with them. That was nice, but that doesn't really help accomplish that. Number 8, and now back to the rhymes music. So I'll say, so I got a text from John. Let's just go down the list of people I could be doing music with. Travis, Starbucks drive-through. He said he put music on the back burner. Don't know the reason why. For me, music's kind of, it's not the first thing I'm doing because I got to pay bills. I think maybe he's in a similar situation. I don't know, but it's in the drive-through, and I talked to him in bits and pieces, but that's his update. Talked to Luke on my route. His schedule changed, so it's not Fridays. I think he's on call, so he's hit or miss. Gotta find Bo. I haven't seen Bo too much lately. I just haven't gone in there, but I see him out in the street sometimes. I haven't seen him out on the street, so I haven't seen where Bo is. But we got John texting me some music. He's got some music, electronic music. I don't do anything with electronic music. It's not something I enjoy particularly, but a lot of people do. They sure do. There's so many people that really enjoy it. And I got to ask more questions from them. What is it about electronic music that speaks to you? Why do you like it? Because especially when you get into dissonance. I mean, I'm going a totally different direction. But really doesn't matter if I like it or not. The fact is, you could make music, and then as long as you're cool with collaborating, is that a overused term now? Someone was saying something about collaborating is like kind of like a watchword or something to stay. I don't know. That's just seems normal to me. We can come up with what is suitable for both of us, and so that's what and the fact that he's communicating with me, I love it. I did talk to Alex. I don't know if it was within the past week or I think it was the week before, but we're hoping to get together at some point, the three of us too. School us album sales. I did train somebody this week, and anytime I'm in that situation, the question that has to be asked is if you'd like to find how good of a rapper the person training you to deliver mail is, then it's $10 for the CD, and they laugh most of the time. But some people are very supportive, and they'll buy it. The people I've trained, it's probably maybe 1 out of 5, realistically, that would probably buy it. I've had that many people come through, but people I'm really thankful for the ones who do. No thing they have to do, of course, but it's interesting to see how people approach that. All right, so what I want to do, what I did this morning, I thought I was working, and it turned out I wasn't. Thank God, because on 98.9 The Bull, now I'm going to say my next song, I'm leaning heavily towards having a song dealing with country and Nashville. That's almost certain. The thing is, until it's time to write the next song, I shouldn't even say that, but unless something else comes along that really I feel I should rap about. I want to rap about this, but I'm just fascinated with Nashville. I want to go there. I'll be Ballers meeting tonight. Yeah, Tracy mentioned going to Nashville, to do business. Well, yes, that would be great. I mean, people are there for a reason, and so I'm gonna go down this CT Top 40, which is the weekly countdown. I'm gonna go. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I wrote down the top 25, and I'm gonna note. The only reason I'm gonna read this, and I could show this, I could have almost had this as my screenshot thumbnail, but you can't read it because I don't know where to get this information. I have no idea. And the guy Fitz, who took over for Bob Kingsley, who passed away. So I hear Fitz. Now he's from the local market. I mean, he's from Texas, I read, but he's been in Seattle on the radio. And I guess he's going to go. He's done with the local radio. He's going to focus on this, which is great. I should mention, when I was in middle school, starting to get interested in music, she had a job at ASCAP, which was a local office, and they had people who, she had mentioned people who work in her office who go into bars and sit there and say, "Oh yes, I see you're playing some of our songs. Are you paying the money?" But she would print out. I mean, I guess we could have got a subscription. I've never seen anyone get these in the mail. They're huge. Those Billboard. You ever see the Billboard magazines? Big magazine. But she'd make copies of the top 100 and the album's top 200. But the singles I was very interested in. That was top 40, top 100. Loved it. I got so excited. That was only for a period, and I guess it must have ended. And I should have asked her. I think it ended because she stopped working there. But it was done during the time Michael Jackson, Beat It, you know, Billie Jean, all that. Those were, I mean, incredible time to be getting into music. So, you know, I like stats. I like I like fantasy sports, all those numbers. So when it comes to it's like when you're talking about charting music, what could be more exciting? And so they have a methodology for these top 40 and top, you know, for the week and for the year, and which I don't know exactly what the exact methodology is. So I'm going to read them, the top 25. If you don't like country, I apologize. I encourage you, if you like the 80s, you really need to consider the songs I'm going to read to you. And I put a star by the ones that I like, meaning I like. Because I'm either okay with it, like I can listen to it, or I like it and I want to turn up the volume, which is pretty amazing. None of these top 25 I can say I can't listen to. Now, if I turn on virtually any other type of music, and there's a few country songs I really don't want to hear. In particular, they got some of these songs where they're talking about worshiping their love interest of some sort. I think of that as some kind of idolatry. That just sounds wrong to me. So, but none of the top 25 have that kind of discussion. So, um, so I'll read it, and then as I read it, I'll tell you this is one I think is a jam. Okay, so number 25, What She Wants Tonight, Luke Bryan. And one thing I was doing before I really get into this, I did I'm listening to the radio because I'm telling you, I don't know how to get this information. I'm sitting there. I went online. The Bowl, they're playing some other. If you went to their online for the radio, they weren't playing the CT Top 4. It was only on the radio. Man, you got to be committed. And I'm usually working Sunday, or I'm in the garage where I have no reception. This was incredible. It's really fine. I've got to focus and make sure I have the first week, the first Sunday every year off, so I can off or retired or something. I got to have that time so I can. This is big time. But I wanted to. I love reading the bio. Oh well, Luke Bryan. Let's talk about him. Goes to Nashville. Dad encourages. That's a short story. Jason Aldean. You know, these guys are from Georgia, wherever. From Georgia, starts writing, goes to. They all find their way to Nashville with the idea of networking and getting into business. You know, you want to be in the country music business, and the other. So the two tracks you can see, like Kane Brown. I'm gonna give a shout out to that dude because I read he was on. X Factor, maybe. I don't want to get it wrong. He's on one of them. I don't think it wasn't American Idol. I'm sure. I don't think it was The Voice. So he had a friend from school who did well. Maybe it was him. Yeah. And so they wanted to put him in a boy band. He quit the show. I love that. I mean, this guy's got some. You know, he knows what he wants. How'd you like to be in that situation? No, I'm not into that. And quit, not, oh, okay, I'll do whatever it takes to be famous. I mean, that to me was cool. So there are people who on this list became well known either because they made the trek to Nashville or they were on one of those talent shows and then did okay maybe, or maybe won, or made but it's networking, it's connections, or they stood out. It's just different tracks, but you could see it. All right, so Luke Bryan, number 25, What She Wants Tonight, Luke Bryan. I'm not even that familiar with it. Song's okay. What If I Never Got Over You? This is number 24, Lady Antebellum. I don't remember hearing that song before. That's number 24. Now they got that song I Need You Now, which is fabulous. They got a built-in duet with their group. And I've heard other songs from them, none of which I thought were all that great. This is for me their second best song that I've heard. I love it. Bluebird, number 23, Miranda Lambert, and I've heard that before. Another jam. It's got some cool. I'd have to know the instrument. Maybe still get something. It's cool. Homemade, Jake Owens, and I wasn't unsure if I liked it. I had to listen to it again. It's a nice song, good song. feel good about that song. So I I put that in the recommendation. Number 21, Die from a Broken Heart, Maddie and Tay. Song's okay to me. Not don't love it. Number 20, Kinfolk, Sam Hunt. I should have listened to it again, but I know it. I like that song. Sam Hunt, man, I like. And he also came in with number 19, Hard to Forget. I already like that song. He's got, I'd say, for me, I'd say that guy's probably got at least 5 songs I really like. Number 18 is Catch from Brett Young. He's got probably about 5 songs I really like, and I really like that song. There's another guy, number 17, Chasing You, Morgan Wallen, another jam. Gosh, that's interesting. That's the only, he had that Whiskey Glasses. Maybe that's last year. I didn't like that song in particular, but that was his one song in the top 25. I think he had 4 in the top 50, though. I like him. I probably got about 5 songs from him I really like, at least 4. Number 16, Some Girls, Jameson Rogers. Song's okay to me. Got What I Got, Jason Aldean. Love that song. Man, do I love that song. Some of these songs I really love, and that's one of them. Heartache Medication. This dude's voice, John Party, got a nice, neat voice for that song. It's when, okay, here's the deal. Brett Young, when he's singing, when he goes up, I like his voice. When John Party, I think he's probably lower, I like his voice. So they got to be in certain grooves for me to like it. Number 13, Make Me Want To, Jimmy Allen. Nothing super exciting. I was like, oh, this guy, I didn't know. So, check it out. After a Few, Travis Denning, number 12. Love that song. It starts so hot. Okay, number 11, Nobody But You, Blake Shelton, duet with Gwen Stefani. It's kind of the beginning of some of these songs that were like, okay. I mean, you know, it's a nice song. It's a nice song. I won't take anything away. Don't love it, though. Number 10, Love You Like I Used To, Russell Dickerson. It's such a nice message, and I put that up there as a song I like. That song is really nice because usually it's a word play. It's saying, what does that normally mean? It doesn't. I don't love you like I used to. And in that song, he's saying, I love you much more than I used to. Beautiful. Does to Me. Luke Combs and Eric Church. It's good. I probably should hear it just to make triple sure, but I just a big fan of Luke Combs, and that's a good song. So 8 through 2 none of these songs are jams to me. But let me continue. But it's interesting how songs become like this. Writing Roads, Dustin Lynch, and he's got that song from the year before talking about Small Town Boy or whatever. This song's nowhere close as great as that, but it's nice. One of Them Girls, Lee Brice. So that Lee Brice and some of his other songs, I like some of these songs so much. Like, and they made number 1, but it didn't make this list, top 25. They're probably in the top 50, but for Lee Brice, this was his best song of the year. You look at that guy like that. I guess he's 41. That's the thing about country. I mean, I guess you could be adult contemporary in some of these other genres, but you're an old guy, and here you are. You're right there. It's like golf. Country's probably like golf. You can be big time and be older, Number 6 is Homesick, Kane Brown. Not a huge fan of the song, but it's nice. I understand it. Remember You Young, Thomas Rhett. It's nice. Not a huge fan. It's fine. Number 4, The Bones, Maren Morris. They said that song had been, I think, top 10 the longest. By the way, you'll notice no female, because they say it's male singers that do well in country, and it's absolutely true. Before number 4, you have to go clear up to number 23 for a female singer. That song's okay. It's fine. Number 3, 10,000 Hours, Dan and Shay and Justin Bieber. It's fine. It's like a pop song. I'm not a huge fan of that. I guess Dan Shay. I mean, Justin Bieber can sing, but the other dude, they got that song "Speechless." "Speechless," I think was number one. Was it number four? It was number four. I didn't hear two and three for the entire decade. Number one was that Thomas Rhett dying for you or something. I didn't see what the great thing about it. I mean, it's a nice song, but that was number one for that. Number two, One Margarita, Luke Bryan. To me, that's like just a pure wedding song. It sounds like the Macarena to me. Yeah, it's just that's you play at a wedding, a reception, and that dancing and all. And I used to do wedding DJ anyway, so it's funny when I was doing wedding DJ. I know I was playing country occasionally, but I just wasn't picking up on it back then. I just wasn't ready. And number one, "Loving on You," Luke Combs, and that is a good song. So that's the list. I have it in print. I hope to keep. I'm gonna post this on my wall. I want to do this every year, and that's that. I just wanted to share that because I come across and the one I never heard for sure that I like is that Lady Antebellum song. Everything else I'd heard before I knew about. That always makes my day when I can hear a song I didn't know about that I liked. Oh man, I got a blue pen. I can't do a blue pen. I apologize, folks. Here, let me do this. Let's put this. Oh my God. Okay, here I am. That wasn't long, was it? All right, so we're back to the rhymes. I'm back to the rhymes bubbleator. That took a little bit of time, but I'm saying I haven't done much with music, but that was 2 hours. I could have been in bed. But it was a non-effort, it's a pure thing, There wasn't no resistance on that. I knew I was going to succeed because I was just going to write it down, and I'm very satisfied. It energizes me. All right. I didn't bring another blank paper, but I won't get to the next song anyway. So let's go through the bubble later. The bubble, the bubble, the bubble. The bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble later. The bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble later. The bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble later. The bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble later. Have you ever took a trip on the bubble later? I had, and those memories, I swear, holds the Space Needle. Give me the bubble later and the Weedle. The lines run the block, and I'm only 8. Another 3 hours is how long we got to wait. We never saw the first, a difference that would make. All my friends saw the first, for God's sake. But Buck, Starbuck, there's something that you ain't, and that's the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble later, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble later, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble later, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble later. Oh goody, we left that line, headed to where we can have a real good time. I think I hear the roller coaster from here. Life's so good back in yesteryear. The fun for us was fun for us. My parents knew just how to end the fuss. Get these kids some tickets for the kiddie rides. Break them off a couple bills so they can try and win a prize. Okay, that's enough. Time to go home. But wait, one last thing before we go. Can we go to the center house where we won't find a waiter? We'll find a pizza. We'll find Pizza Haven, and I can pick out my flavor. Gosh, I ain't even wrapped this yet. I just wrote it. All right, we'll find Pizza Haven, so and I can pick out my flavor. Can we go? I like it. It's fun. Okay, I'm a fool. All right. Well, goody. We left that line. Pick out the flavor, and now I got to get on that. No. There'll be no. I don't have to count. I don't know if I'm on. Better at least have even. That's fine. Oh, he's writing with the blue pen. What are you doing? Okay. No ham salad for me. God, it's raining again. Man. Now, let me just say, rain when you're indoors doing YouTube or chilling, delivering mail in the rain, it's not too bad. You wear the right equipment, but you just assume not have it. That's a lot of rain we're having, 1.7 inches on Saturday. And it got heavier and heavier as the day went on. Sorry. No ham salad for me. No, okay. Can we go to the center house where we won't find a way, or we will find Pizza Haven? And if I could pick out my flavor, no ham salad for me. No ham salad for me. I prefer the savor. I thought I said that already. Now I can't be saying that again. No ham salad for me. I'll just say it this way. Break me off a slice of pepperoni. Salad for me. Break. I just skipped a bunch of words. Break me off, not of. A slice. I'm writing this. Of pepperoni. Now let's take a ride on the bubble. Now it's time to ride on the no ham salad for me. Break me off a slice of pepperoni in a ride on the bubble. I don't know how to get anything done, but that's okay. Got the second verse done. I'll just write on the. I know what I'm doing there. Okay, so that's verse 2. Now I better be thinking about verse 3. And what might that verse be? I could talk about the strategy. So let's talk. I'm going to start it. I don't want to forget. The strategy, from here, the strategy. From here, the strategy. Bring back the life. The bubble. Is that a rhyme? It's not a rhyme. That's what we're talking about. Is the bubble. Till next time. I got my next song ready too, if I can finish this one, which I should be able to.